Welcome back. In this video, we'll walk through how to submit a clergy compensation form. Clergy compensation forms are submitted on at least an annual basis and are required for all pastoral appointments. Some extension appointments, such as connectional structures and campus ministries funded by the annual conference, are also required to submit clergy compensation forms. This information is used in a number of ways. Most importantly, it's used to calculate retirement credit for clergy, as well as derive pension responsibilities for the church. There are two ways to submit a clergy compensation form in UnityWeb. For clergy appointed to a pastoral charge, clergy compensation forms are submitted in the charge conference section, right here. For extension appointments not part of a pastoral charge, which is a minority, there is an option to create a new form under Clergy Excellence, Clergy Compensation. You'll see this button to create a new report. Please note that although all clergy can review their previous clergy compensation forms here in this section, normally there'll be all the different forms for the sample pastor. We don't have any yet. This button here will only appear for clergy that have extension appointments. All other forms have to go through the charge conference process. All right, so once we've located the appropriate button, hit the Create New to create a new clergy compensation form. All right, so the first thing it asks you for here is the effective date. This is the date your new salary comes into play, not necessarily today. And it's important to get this right. The reason why this question is asked before anything else is because calculations for retirement responsibilities such as CRISP or CPP need to work properly, and those fields change every year. The thresholds for calculating that change every year. So once we've got the effective date, this is a fall charge conference, so we're going to be voting on the new compensation for the upcoming calendar year. We'll hit Create Report. Okay, so here is the clergy compensation form you need to fill out. Couple of notes. The gray lines, you'll notice, cannot be changed. This is information derived from conference data for you. The effective date, of course, is what you just filled out, and it can't be changed for the duration of the form. If you do get it wrong, you can just go ahead and cancel and start over again. If you've already submitted it and it's still open for edits, you'll have the option to delete the form. The percentage appointment is also pre-calculated, and it's done so because pension responsibilities depend on that appointment percentage as well. If you see that's wrong, please talk to your district and get settled as to what that is before you continue with the form. The areas in white are yours to fill out. Please follow the instructions. At the time of this recording, this is the current layout of how things work. The annual salary does not include accountable reimbursement or travel allowance. Those are filled in separately, but there is the possibility in the future that this will change. So I will fill out some nominal amounts as an example. And you'll see every time I fill out a field and leave the field, the bottom section of gray, which has all the calculated fields, the base compensation for pensions payment, the automated CRISP and CPV calculation, and the total pension billing. These calculate and they change based on what I type in. For instance, let's assume a $12,000 accountable reimbursement and $8,000 travel allowance and a $12,000 cash housing allowance. You can see that each change the numbers that should affect these will do it. Once you have the numbers appropriately set up, you go ahead and hit Submit. And you can see that it now shows that you've created that. Note that because the form is still not finalized, you can go in and edit it, or even delete the report and start over if you need to. One other thing of note here is every time a charge conference date is created, all clergy will show up here. In this case, we only have one clergy person appointed at the church, but also clergy that are incoming within the next 30 to 60 days will show here as well. It's not necessary to create a new clergy compensation form every church conference for every pastor, only when required by the rules. For example, if you have a new incoming pastor, you'll create the clergy compensation for the new one, but leave the clergy compensation for the outgoing pastor blank. Anyway, once this is ready to go, you have the button here to go view or print. This pops up a printable copy of that same clergy compensation form with the appropriate signatures. If there is accountable reimbursement, this additional rider will be available. And there's also a parsonage form that will pop up as well if that's chosen. You'll go ahead and download this and print it out. Obtain the appropriate signatures. Once you have a signed copy of that clergy compensation form, you'll go ahead and hit Upload Attachment and re-upload that document. So now the system has both an electronic copy of the information so that pensions can get the data they need, and also there is a signed copy uploaded into our system for posterity's sake. After you've submitted this documentation, the district will need to approve it for district and higher level employees that have done it at the conference office as well. Once that's been approved, this edit function will go away because it's been locked and it's been finalized and sent to the pensions office. If you have any questions regarding individual fields or other items in the process, please contact your district office. They're in a good position to get the answer for any questions you might have. Thanks so much for your time and have a lovely day.